Hi there, it's Jürgen here, going live from my mobile phone, and here's my office for the next 15-20 minutes, so check this out. In fact, we'll go over this way. Isn't that just magic? This is from the Eastern Gardens car park. It overlooks the Geelong waterfront, and so there we go, we have the Geelong waterfront there and a beautiful view over the central city of Geelong. Just a lovely spot here. So what I wanted to talk about today is another one of the 5 success principles. So we've talked about knowing your outcome, taking massive action, and sensory acuity, so knowing what's going on around you and being aware of what's happening around you, such as that car that's just driven past down on the level below that you may have heard. Now, today I want to talk about behavioural flexibility, and this is an example of behavioural flexibility. So first of all, a lot of things came up for several of our business coaches that are running this Facebook 9 Lives with us, and so nobody else was available, and I've just been to a meeting that I'll talk about in a little moment as well, and so I decided I needed to make an adaptation. So here I am on my mobile phone in this gorgeous, have another look at that office, isn't that amazing? And so that's my behavioural flexibility. So what I wanted to share with you today is what exactly does that mean, and how does that impact on your business and your business growth? First of all, why am I here? It's because I was at a presentation this morning from a financial planner. So a big shout out to Mark from Foundations for Wealth. He talked about the importance of getting into the market with your savings early and then being consistent, saving consistently in order to build long-term wealth. So I thought that was a great message. So a big shout out, Mark. Thanks for sharing that with us this morning. And it's a message that I think applies right across the board to business. So taking some massive action early on to get into the market early, and then continuing, being consistent in what you do. Now, many people wait to get into the market with, let's say, a product or a service or some information that they have. They wait until they get perfect. Now, first of all, how do you know it's perfect? Because if you think it's perfect, your customers might not think it's perfect. So why wait? Get it into the market early, get feedback, and here's where the behavioural flexibility comes in. Get the feedback, get your audience, your target customers to tell you what needs to be improved, and then make those improvements. Make your judgment whether that feedback is valuable, and go ahead and make those improvements. I might just pull that microphone closer to my face and hope that I am actually picking up my voice really well. So behavioural flexibility, it's about taking the feedback that you're getting, being aware of what's happening around you, and then making the improvements, making the changes to change the result you're getting, to improve upon the early prototype you might have out there in terms of a product or service. So that's what we mean by behavioural flexibility. And if you think about it, a lot of just about every really successful person that's out there gets into the market early, gets some feedback on their ideas or their products or their services, and adapts them. So if you think about Microsoft, for example, Microsoft, we criticise them a lot because they get out there with products that some of us think are flawed because there's lots of problems with them, but they get out there first into the marketplace and then they iterate and improve on that product. So I think that's a really good model but it does require that behavioural flexibility. So you need to be aware of what's going on, you need to take the feedback on board, you need to engage with your audience, with your clients, and get that feedback, and then you can have the behavioural flexibility and make the adaptations. And some of that is putting aside your ego. So if somebody comes back and says, that didn't work for me, I didn't like the way you did that, I'd like to see it different, I want it different, then you've got to assess that without letting your ego get in the way. Otherwise, you might miss a huge opportunity to change your behaviour, change what you're doing, and get a much better result. So that's pretty much the message today around behavioural flexibility. And I'm aware that when we set this up, we didn't take into account, so this is another piece of behavioural flexibility that I'm adopting here, we didn't take into account the fact that it's the Easter weekend coming up. So today is Maundy Thursday, tomorrow is Good Friday, and then next Monday is Easter Monday. So we'll be back on Tuesday of next week, midday Australian Eastern Standard Time, with the next episode of the Facebook 9 Lives series. But I didn't want to leave you without just making brief mention again of that awesome event in Thailand. So as this fabulous view here starts, and it is a bit coolish here, you can see by the jacket I'm wearing, but as this awesome view starts to cloud over and winter skies come into the southeastern corner of Australia, it would be great to get away into a warmer climates, and that's what we're doing in May. But we're not just going there only for the warmth, although that'd be awesome. We're also taking a bunch of businesses there to work with them away from the day-to-day grind of business, to work with them on their business. And of course we'll be working on our business as well. So all the business coaches you're seeing on this Facebook Live series are coming along and providing guidance and inputs, but also working on their own business as well. So we do have 2 spots left. If somebody's interested in joining us for that event, then let us know. The link is in the notes that I'll put underneath this, but basically it's pages.innovabiz.xyz/THAI 2017. But you'll be able to click directly on it in the comments that I put under this later on. So just before I leave, take another look. There was a bird just flew past me in the background. Take another look at that beautiful, beautiful view. Isn't that magic? And the sun's shining today. It's actually a beautiful autumn lunchtime morning. So this is Jürgen again, signing off on this episode of Facebook 9 Lives. Looking forward to talking to you next Tuesday, and in the meantime, have a fabulous Easter, stay safe, and enjoy downtime away from your business. Bye for now.